All right, well, good morning and good afternoon, everyone. My name is Mark Sarver. I am the Director of Sales for North America here at Linksys. We're very excited to be here and presenting to you all today. I wanted to thank Julie, Dave, and the whole team at Microcom for putting this together and for really establishing a partnership now that's going on about 5 or 6 months. So we're really kind of still just getting started, and we're excited to work with you all here in the Microcom ecosystem.
Thank you, Mark. I appreciate it. I just wanted to say we're very happy to have you. And as you mentioned, Mark, you're the Director of Sales in North America, and with you is Taylor McCluskey, and he is the Inside Sales Lead. And please, everyone, I want them to know that you'll both be presenting today, and if anyone has any questions, please submit them in the question box so that Mark and/or Taylor can answer them at the end of today's presentation. Mark, I was so happy to have you, as well as Taylor. I am finished for now. You guys go ahead and take it on over.
Perfect. Thanks again, Julie. Appreciate that. So, a few things we wanted to kind of accomplish with you all today, the time we have. On the agenda, we'll really be giving you guys an update on what we've been up to here at Linksys. We're going to talk about some of the specific solutions that we are partnering with Microcom on bringing to market. We'll talk about sort of the advantages that we do have in the marketplace for those products, and just a little bit about, at a high level, kind of where those products are typically focused on from a target market standpoint. All right, so we are Linksys. So we're very proud of the legacy that we have built in the marketplace. We are widely recognized as a global leader in wireless networking technology, as well as other connectivity solutions such as switching, etc. We do offer a full range of routers, cloud-managed Wi-Fi 5 and Wi-Fi 6 access points, and both managed and unmanaged switches, ranging everywhere from 5 up to 48 ports. When it comes to speed and reliability, we pride ourselves on only using Tier 1 components from companies such as Qualcomm, and that really ensures consistency across our solutions and really allows our products to get best-in-class specs. A lot of the competition out there, some of the lower price point items, can open source components, which can really lead to a number of challenges when it comes to having that consistent look, feel, and performance across the board on those products. We do pride ourselves on offering out tech with a focus on both security and people. So focusing on security for a moment, we had an interesting thing happen to us. I think everybody did during the pandemic to some extent. But we had a large enterprise security company by the name of Fortinet that came in late 2021, and they acquired a majority ownership in Linksys. And the reason I bring that up is it really created kind of a unique partnership. One of the challenges Fortinet had is they were very good at locking down security in these large enterprise buildings. But with the pandemic, they had a lot of their customer base overnight being pushed into their homes, obviously in a work from home environment. So their interest in us was really to come in, work with us, and develop products and solutions that can ultimately be pushed out not only just to the consumer, but also to our SMB customers, and help them continue to deliver their market-leading security solution suite, something called FortiGate. So we're very excited about that, and we'll have products and things that we'll talk about over time and how that's going to play out for us. When it comes to people and ease of use of our products, part of that investment did allow us to go back, and we have rewritten our operating systems in many of our products, if not all. And really the focus there has been to bring artificial intelligence features into our operating system. So you can think of it kind of like a technician built into our products that will not only help troubleshoot and offer suggestions for fixes should something come up, but our products actually improve over time with the usage in the market and how the products are used to really optimize that wireless technology and the footprint in the home through this new artificial intelligence technology brought to market. Then lastly, and this is kind of a fun one, but we've obviously been building reliable connections since 1988. So we are celebrating our 35th year as a company. And I can't tell you how many people I talk to, and we talk about the first Linksys router they had in their home, that kind of infamous blue-black ID that they had across the product. So really it's all about giving our customers peace of mind that we're not going anywhere. We've been in the market for a long time, and we intend to be here for many years to come. As a company, we're really focused on 3 key segments. One of those segments is residential. So in here we include retail, e-commerce, and internet service providers in those areas, and we have specific products built around those different strategies. The outside strategy, well, save office for last. The outside strategy is work from home. This is where we're offering out our routers with our best-in-class security products, and we are working on developing other products with our partners at Fortinet to bring hardware-based solutions to firewalls and other issues with kind of the new work from home reality that we all have. And then finally, this middle section, which is really a lot of our core business and a lot of what we'll be talking about today, is focused in on the office space. So we do edge networking products for enterprise, but really most of what we are focused on is the SMB market and the consumer markets. So we like to think of that as less than 20 employees. And again, working with a lot of our operating systems that really help bring a lot of that technical support and artificial intelligence built into the product, so the smaller organizations can still have that great feature on those. From a product standpoint, on our commercial side, and this is kind of a commercial slide of our products, the top section you'll see are our wireless access points, Wi-Fi 5 and Wi-Fi 6 that are cloud managed. And then we have our switches. So we have what we call our LGS1 series of switches, which are our unmanaged line. And then lastly, we also do have managed switches, which is the LGS3 line. With Microcom, we really focus in on this middle section here, which is our LGS1 series line, and focused on really bringing these kind of best-in-class solutions, and really we consider them best value, but across the board. The lineup in our unmanaged switch line includes everything from starting from a very simple basic 5-port unmanaged switch all the way up through a 24-port unmanaged switch. So all of our 5, 8, and 16-port switches are all desktop IDs, and then our 24-port switches are rack mountable, or they can also be featured in on the desktop. We have both standard products for the most part from 8, 16, and 24 port, and then also in those same port numbers, I guess, we also feature PoE. So we'll talk about more about our PoE side. Okay, getting into the Linksys Advantage. So what are the products that we have and where are they sold? So the things that we like to talk about with our customer base, number one is our power management. Linksys is a good corporate citizen. We have a passion for delivering energy efficient products, and all of our products have built-in features such as disabling unused ports, controlling LED lights, and smart power features built in to control things like short cable runs, so you're not over or sending too much power across cabling and running up bills for them. So in addition to reducing that energy footprint, this also brings real savings in energy costs to all of our customers across the board. PoE, I already mentioned a bit, so our PoE switches are all PoE plus. This allows them to deliver power to multiple devices along with the data feeds coming across in your typical PoE environment. Customer advocacy. So we're very proud, and we consider ourselves to have really best-in-class customer advocacy. We offer CCNA certified support technicians for all of our commercial products, and that's all available through a dedicated business tech support line. We do feature 24/7 live chat, and then we also offer phone support from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and we also have appointments available outside of those times. So should you ever have a customer that needs to speak with us outside of those times, you can certainly reach out to our team, and we'll be glad to set up an appointment and get that taken care of in a time that works best for your customers. And then lastly, all of our switches feature advanced features such as quality of service, flow control, and a number of other items that really, again, help your users make sure that they're getting the most and best out of the products that they work with on our line. We often get asked for use cases when it comes to our products, and where are these going into, what are the vertical markets, and specifically, where do we really target customers in these markets? So we've sort of highlighted 4 of our main categories or technologies. The first category that we wanted to highlight is our office connectivity. So this is everything from your real basic setting up an office, you know, desktops, connecting desktops, printers, Internet of Things, stores, security, voice over IP, and setting up Wi-Fi for office meeting rooms. It's really a kind of a core competency of products that we go into, and this is where a lot of kind of those unmanaged switch use cases go into for us. The next category has been a very significant category, and that's digital signage. Obviously, when you're doing digital signage, there's all kinds of connectivity that's involved with getting those displays connected into the various management devices and software. And that's, again, another large area of focus for us. Physical security in our 4th section there is really, you know, simple stuff, right? So you have an office or a warehouse or a facility you want to secure, so it's connecting in all those security cameras and not having to plug them into a remote power supply source, but using our switches to deliver not only the data, but also the power for those cameras and other features to work. Door security, other features like that come to physical security. And then lastly, an area that I think we've seen the largest amount of growth on this year and more recently has been in point of sale. More and more, there's not really a centralized cache area or an area where people are doing POS systems. They're really being pushed out to distribute that interaction and really help our customers deliver best-in-class service. So everything from moving out cash registers, but credit card machines, printers, even servers walking around with their devices. And one of the things we really do feature is encryption that's done at the terminal. Another big area that falls into this kind of category are medical devices. So more and more we have kind of, instead of these large hospitals where everything's centralized and they work with these different facets and technologies, these are really being pushed into smaller regional medical centers now. Things like dialysis centers or other areas. We have large examples of some large hospital-based companies that are using everything from our routers to our switches in these dialysis machines, in these, you know, medical trial products that they have. So it is really a big area of growth for us and something that we've been very excited about working with. All right, and getting here towards the end, guys, but really did also want to focus on our partnership here at Microcom. So this is really the lineup that we have that I showed earlier. Again, 5-port, 8-port, 16 and 24-port switches. We do have the rest of our product line available. Microcom does have the ability to source them as we need to. And really encourage you guys to work with Microcom, work with us to make sure that we're meeting your needs when it comes to the various solutions that are out there and the types of integrations that you are all doing. So just as a reminder again, we will, one of the other big features that we do have is, I know the other thing that happened through the pandemic, people had a lot of problems when it came to product availability. We are very pleased that those days are really behind us. We've been able to secure a good number of components at this point. So rest assured, if you're not seeing the allocations that you need or the availability that you need, we have plenty to support you back in our corporate warehouses, and we'll be glad to support you guys in whatever needs that we have from an operational standpoint to make sure you can get your hands on the units that you need. So with that competitive pricing, and then again, really featuring in on our business class and customer support. That was really it, guys. We have, you know, I wanted to focus in again on these unmanaged switches and focus in on this category. There's not, you know, a whole lot more to really goes into that. So lastly, I really wanted to make sure that you had our contact information. So if you did need to reach out to us for product availability, bids, technical information, access into our business lines and tech support, certainly feel free to reach out to either myself or Taylor. All of our contact information is here on this final slide. And we're also available to you guys anytime. So we look forward to hearing you from there. With that said, Julie, I can toss it back to you.
Thank you so much, Mark and Taylor. Appreciate it for that wonderful presentation today. And definitely I've got some questions for you. If you're ready, I'm going to get started right here with the first one. Here we go. How do unmanaged switches differ from managed switches in terms of functionality?
Yeah, it's a great question. I appreciate that. So the main difference with when you're going to put a managed switch into an environment, what you're really doing is you're wanting to control which products that you have attached to that switch to get priority over others. So in a corporate environment, at times you'll have competing data streams that are coming into that switch, and sometimes you'll have a mission critical application for that switch, for example, and you want to make sure that if there are conflicts or if there is times where the data is crashing into itself, that the data that is most mission critical to your organization is prioritized properly. So in those environments, you can really control different ports and make sure each one of the ports, for example, have priority over another. And it also gives you a software screen where you can actually watch the data and watch for conflicts and make adjustments to that. So the unmanaged switches, in contrast, are really pretty much a simple switch where you plug in the data. There's really no software features or sets to control which port has priority over another port. But again, great question. I appreciate that.
Oh, certainly. Thank you. Next question here for you. Are there any scalability limitations with Linksys unmanaged switches?
No, there's really not. And you can connect these through and into one another and continue to extend out really without any defined limitations. I'm sure there is at some level, but it's not something that we've ever had a customer run into or anything that we've had brought to any of our attentions here. So again, great question. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Next question here. How does Linksys ensure the security of its networking products?
Yeah, love that question and love kind of the direction we're going. So when you look at our competition that's out there within our product categories and classes, historically, we've all really kind of had what I would consider or call security light when it comes to the software that's built into a lot of our products. And I think as many will recognize, security is really one of the hottest areas of the market today. It's one of the reasons we're so excited about this partnership with Fortinet. When you look at an enterprise level security, one of the things a company like Fortinet has is they have literally an entire building full of engineers that actively look for new threats and hacks on literally a minute by minute basis. And as those come up, they'll be pushing security solutions directly out to our products in a real-time basis. So we're in the process right now of working through and adding in that security suite into many of our product categories. And it will clearly be a competitive differentiator for Linksys when you compare other products at our price point and within our space on the edge of the network. It will clearly differentiate us as we integrate all of that. But as of today, rest assured, all of our current products have best-in-class security for our product categories. And as these new solutions become available, everything that we have in the market today will be backwards compatible. So you're not going to need to worry about replacing that switch you buy today with tomorrow's switch. It will be software flashable onto our products.
Excellent. Thank you, Mark. Next question here for you. Can you share any upcoming product releases, or maybe some new innovations that we could look forward to in the near future?
Yeah, I appreciate that. We've got a number of product announcements. A lot of the ones we've done recently are really in and around our wireless router categories. 6E is becoming kind of a new hot area that's really coming in even in the SMB space with the 6 gigahertz band being introduced. However, we have quite a few new products that are on the roadmap, and a lot of that, again, is coming back to our partnership a bit with Fortinet. We are, for example, going to have a device that will be a hardware device sitting between your modem and your router, and it will have their software suite built into that. And what it does is it becomes protection for the organization. So now the users in a work from home environment will have the same level of protection as if they were in the building. And that protection will be handled on a hardware basis, not relying on the user to watch out for things like phishing attacks and these other bad actor process that they go through. So we'll have products like that coming out available in early 2024, and we'll be glad to come back on and get you guys all the information and training on how those will work and where they'll go. But thank you.
Excellent. Thank you, Mark. And definitely, in the next a few months, as time goes on, We're going to have more Linksys webinars for sure. So thank you for that. Next question here. What encryption protocols does the Fortinet Security Suite VPN support when used with Linksys devices?
Yeah, great question. And my answer, unfortunately, at the moment is all that's really currently being developed. So what Fortinet has on their security suite solutions is something called FortiGate. It is a proprietary software suite that they have built into their products. And if you look at switching products and where they really sit more in the core of that enterprise solution. So you're looking at price points and typically in their switches, ranging anywhere from about $1,200 and on up into, $5,000, $6,000 switches. What happens and what they've found is a lot of their customers are putting these into an environment in an enterprise where you don't need a core switch out at the edge, right? Where you're just connecting other devices. So one of their frustrations has been that they're leaving it up to the customers to determine what that edge switch network device is going to be. And with some of those partners that are open sourcing components, they'll have problems with some of their larger installations based on that edge switch, not based on what they do on the core side. But rest assured, Fortinet is a recognized security leader, and their proprietary security suite is again being built into our products. We're really starting with the routers, but it's building into the switches as well. But great question, thank you.
Excellent, thank you so much. You may have touched on this, but I'm going to go ahead and of course ask you. Next question here is, how does the Fortinet Security Suite VPN handle threats like malware or phishing attempts in conjunction with the Linksys routers?
Yeah, so up front within our router software, and we have a product that just recently started shipping that has this built into it, there is actually kind of a simple opt-in, opt-out version of their software that you can literally just have slider switches that's built into the operating system, and you can select what level of security you want out of the FortiGate security suite. There is an advanced level of that where users can really go in and define everything down to specific website categories or websites themselves. So it can become quite intricate for users that want to go down to that level. Most users like to use kind of just the standard settings that come along with it. So you don't need to be a security expert to use the product. It's already really preset for you. But if there are security experts out there, that flexibility is built into their systems that you can go in and get really as detailed as you want to get.
Excellent, thank you. Next question here. Excuse me. Do residential and business products work with one another?
Yes, great question. Absolutely. So everything that we offer definitely is compatible in the different environments. In fact, more and more, we're even seeing routers placed in a lot of SMB office spaces where they're just looking for that wireless connectivity and they don't necessarily want to put an access point into the ceiling or into the wall. All of our products are cross-compatible. So certainly connecting one of these unmanaged switches into our routers as part of that solution is something that we certainly make sure that all of our products are compatible across the board. And that includes our access points. They're also fully compatible with all of our routing systems. And we can do a training on another day for those interested in the router side, because we do also believe that we have best-in-class mesh solutions so that, again, everything becomes seamless to the user and not something that they have to be technical in mind on how they go to market.
Excellent, thank you, Mark. Looking forward to having a webinar just about that. So that could be in the future as well. Next question here for you. Are the switches smart switches?
So depends on your definition of a smart switch. So our managed switches are smart switches, but some of again, if you look at the unmanaged switches, they're really designed to be plug and play. So there's not really a lot of features you're going to want to go in and develop around them. Now, our unmanaged switches do feature QoS, and they do feature some other smart features that are built into the products. But I might need to know a little bit about what exactly you're looking for in your solutions to better answer that question. But rest assured, within any unmanaged category of switches, we do feature best-in-class features, again, with quality of service and power flow.
Excellent. Thank you so much. And yes, I had a question coming up that said, do they all have quality of service? And you just said so. So yes, perfect. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Next question here is, can you tell us about the warranty period of the switches?
Yeah, so warranties across the board vary from 1 year to 3 year, with some extended warranties also available. But typically, you'll find our products have best-in-class warranties, vary across the board, and we're very proud of that warranty support. Of course, if you ever have any problems, that's what we're here for, to help you guys and work around those. And again, we've got a 35-year history with a long list of very happy customers. So we are here for the long term, and we'll continue to support our products on the warranty side.
Thank you so much, Mark. A few more questions here for you. Next one, are there any energy saving features incorporated into the unmanaged series LGS1 to reduce power consumption?
There are, and all of our products are EEE certified. So that's a process you have to go through as a company to prove that your products are in fact power saving. And I mentioned just a few of those as I ran through the prezo, but it's honestly everything from controlling the amount of power. So if you've got a low run, for example, on your Ethernet cable, and you are using a PoE-based switch, you don't need to push a full amount of power if you're doing a short run of only a few feet. So that's one example of a power feature that is built into the products, controlling the LED lights, and a number of other items that are in there. But again, having that EEE certification is really kind of that stamp of approval that does show that we are looking to be good corporate citizens and save our customers money by limiting the amount of power that our products draw.
Excellent. Thank you again for that, Mark. A couple questions here and we'll wrap this up. Let's see. What are the typical use cases for the unmanaged series LGS1 in small to medium sized businesses?
Yeah, great question. Again, a lot of it is really just connecting devices that you want to put in the network that are not going to connect on a wireless level. So some of the more common ones really include cameras and security cameras that are a great example of that. A lot of other folks still like to connect computers via hardwired systems. So it's another good example of how that gets featured in those. Sometimes you want to run the internet over an Ethernet cable. So you might come out of your cable modem, for example, into a router somewhere close to that cable modem, but you want to run a hardwire Ethernet cable across a larger space where you're going to put your next router node, for example, somewhere else in the building to really optimize the wireless that you're getting and all the different spaces that you have. But it's really a way to extend your connectivity. It's a way to extend your data and power to different areas of your use case and make sure that you're optimizing that usage of controlling that network and that connectivity anywhere in the building.
Excellent. Thank you, Mark. And thank you for putting up all of your contact information on the slide that we're looking at right now. And if one were to go to your website, I'm sure we would find pretty much everything we need, including customer service and tech support. You mentioned even appointments outside of your normal business hours. Can you expand a little bit about tech support? We've got folks here that would like to know that.
Yeah, so we sort of have our consumer-based tech support that comes in through an 800 number, but we do have a commercial dedicated business tech support line. And the difference is, the primary difference between the two is obviously you've got much quicker response times on our business tech support line. You have all of our technicians are CCNA certified, which is just a network engineering certification that reassures our customers that they're talking to somebody that understands networks, understands the challenges that go into it, and what sort of solutions need to be put in place to get you through those problems as quickly as possible. So that business tech support, I think, is a big differentiator for us, being able to do appointments outside of your normal business hours, if you will. All those areas show that we are very flexible when it comes to supporting our products. We're very proud of them. So our team, in my opinion, is best in class, although I may be somewhat biased. But we're always very excited to present them into our customers and have them reach into our tech support products and our customers and just have them have that great best-in-class experience.
Excellent, thank you. And we don't blame you for being biased. We're going to let you slide on that for sure.
I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Mark and Taylor, thank you guys so much for being here today and answering all of those questions for us. And thank you to everyone attending today's webinar. And if anyone has any further questions, of course, please feel free to contact your sales rep or email us at sales@microcomtech.com. And if you wish to view any of the products mentioned or shown today, please remember that this webinar presentation has been recorded and will be uploaded to our Microcom YouTube channel so we can all see it again. So that's the fun part. Again, Mark, Taylor, have a fantastic day. We will definitely set up another webinar in the near future to see what we can share with everyone again. Appreciate your time and everything. Thank you guys. Have a fantastic day, everybody.
Thank you all. Have a great day. Take care.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye now.